I just want to say, first of all, I'm not going to be as good a speaker as the last couple of speakers have been. I'm just going to tell a little bit of the story about what happened in our strike. It actually was on this date, the 19th of July 1984. I had just turned 21 and was working in Dunstores in Henry Street. Our union, IDATU, now Mandate, had passed a policy at the AGM calling on all the members of the union to boycott South African goods as a show of solidarity with the black people of South Africa living under the apartheid regime. At the time we received the policy, we knew practically nothing about South Africa. We knew the name Nelson Mandela, but we hardly knew how to pronounce apartheid, let alone try and explain it to people. But prior to the start of the strike, in our branch in Duns in Henry Street, we had so many issues with our management that we took it as an up yours to them, and we started to follow the policy. As soon as we started to implement the policy, management started to try and intimidate us by bringing us up to the office and telling us that we were going to lose our jobs, that none of the other people in the store would come out if anybody was sacked or suspended. This is in 1984, when there was a recession, there was mass unemployment, and as a result mass immigration, and very few jobs, so it wasn't an idle threat. Eventually what they did was they put all the union members who had said they were going to continue to not handle South African goods onto registers, with management standing behind us. So it was only a matter of time before someone was actually caught not handling South African goods. So when a woman came up to my register with 2 South African grapefruit and I told her I couldn't serve them to her, the manager behind me told me to close off my register and brought me and Karen Gear and the shop steward up to the office. They gave me 5 minutes to reconsider, and when I told them I wasn't going to reconsider, they suspended me indefinitely. During our time on the picket line, we started to learn what was happening in South Africa, and the more we saw and learned, the more we couldn't unsee. The policy became so much more than a piece of paper. Boycotting South African goods became something we were determined to gain the right to do. There were only 10 of us, 9 women and 1 man, ranging from 17 to 24, but we had determination and we tried to gain support. But like today with Palestine, the government stuck their heads in the sand with the hope that we would go away, but we just got louder. Gathered support. Eventually the Irish government became the first Western government to boycott South African fruit and veg, causing other countries to follow. And after 2 years and 9 months on strike, we were able to return to work. What's happening today in Palestine is sickening. There can be no excuse for Israeli slaughter of innocent civilians, men, women and children. The deliberate starvation and blockage of aid is a disgrace on humanity. And now the aid stations are becoming some of the most dangerous places to be, because not only are people being starved, they're now being shot at when they're trying to receive aid. Shame, exactly. How are the governments of the world not screaming for this to stop? With the help of the US, UK and the EU and our own government, Israel has violated international law, bombed hospitals, schools, mosques, university. What more proof does our government and the rest of the world need? We cannot continue to be complicit. You don't need to know everything about the history of Palestine to know that what is happening there is wrong, inhumane and shameful. Everyone can see it on it daily. Our strike proves that boycotts work. It certainly didn't end apartheid, but was a show of solidarity and a message to our government to take action, which they eventually did. The Irish government needs to enact the Occupied Territories Bill, including services. If they do the right thing, as they did in the 80s, others will follow. It's time to stand up and be counted and be leaders, not sheep. We are only a small country, but in the words of Margaret Mead, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Free, free Palestine!